I'm sure this happens to you all the time. You go on Make My Trip one night to look up flights for Goa. You know, just for fun. But now that Make My Trip banner pops up everywhere you go. Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube. But have you ever wondered why that happens? And no, it's not because our phones are always listening. It's actually because of targeted ads, and they are a very crucial part of digital marketing. In this exclusive video by Joydeep Ghosh, Director of Marketing Strategy and Growth in High Radius, you get a detailed look into the workings of YouTube ads. From how to set up a campaign to choosing the right type of subset to even its final execution. Before we jump into the lesson, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and unlock more marketing related premium content.
The objective that we have today is to build brand awareness for Make My Trip as a preferred travel booking website amongst people up to the age of 35. That's what we have as a use case. So today's session is about YouTube ads, and we are going to understand YouTube ads, all different formats of YouTube ads, how you can run the campaign, what could be the different formats, and we will take the use case of Make My Trip, where the objective of the campaign is to build brand awareness for Make My Trip in India within prospects of the age of 35. AdWords is this platform for where you can run all your YouTube campaigns, and what you need to do is click on plus create, and you will get to see ad groups, search keywords, conversion actions, and click on campaign. That's one way of doing it. Or if you're in the overview screen, you can also start creating campaign by clicking on this sign called plus campaign. Since I've got a couple of draft campaigns on my account, so I see this option resume campaign draft. But if you are doing it for the first time, or if you do not have any campaigns on draft, you will not be able to see this option. You will click on plus new campaign. So what was the objective of our campaign? What were we supposed to achieve? So out of the boxes that you see here, where we have to choose the objective of the campaign, what do you think is the objective that we should be choosing for this exercise for Make My Trip? So we will choose brand awareness and reach, because the objective of our campaign is to build brand awareness for Make My Trip in India amongst users up to the age of 35. So we will choose brand awareness and reach. After choosing brand awareness and reach, there are two different campaign types. One is display and the other is video. When we look at video means that these ads are going to be in a video format and will be played majorly on YouTube and other sites which are affiliated to Google. When you see this option display, that means the ads will be as an image format. Okay, the ads will not be on a video format. It will be as an image format. And here in this case, it will be as a video format. So since we are doing YouTube ads, which format do you think should be using? Should we use display or should we use video? Now that we have selected our objective, which is brand awareness and reach, and then we also have selected the campaign type, which is video in this case, we need to select a campaign subtype. There are three different types of campaign subtype. One is called a video reach campaign. Second is called as an ad sequence campaign. And third is called as an audio campaign. So let's understand what are the different types of this campaign subtype. What is a reach campaign? A reach campaign is run majorly on YouTube and Google Display Network. So we go to the Times of India website. And on the Times of India website, once the website loads, you'll get to see an ad here. Okay. And this ad that we have for Mr. Modi is from Google. Right? If you see on the left-hand side, bottom of my screen, you will see an URL called adclick.g.doubleclick.net. You will see a URL called adclick.g.doubleclick.net. This URL means that this ad is getting fetched from Google. So this ad is getting published on Times of India because Times of India is affiliated to Google. So Google can push its ads on the Times of India website, and Times of India is a part of the Google Display Network. So Google Display Network is basically a list of websites, mobile apps, right, where Google is able to push its ads. So in this case, Times of India is a part of the Google Display Network. That's why this ad from Google is pushed on the Times of India website. So when we talk about reach campaigns, these campaigns are played on YouTube and Google Display Network, which is a collection of billions of websites and mobile apps. Now, what is the benefit of reach campaign? The reach campaign helps you to reach maximum number of people at the lowest possible cost. So let's say you have a target of reaching 1 million people at the budget that you have been given. Then you will use a reach campaign. Reach campaign helps you to reach maximum number of people. So let's say if Nykaa wants to do a brand awareness campaign within women of the age of 25 to 35, right? And they wants to reach out to maximum number of people, then they will go for a reach campaign. A reach campaign will help you get maximum number of reach at the lowest possible cost. That's the first type of campaign. The second type of campaign is a little different. In this type of campaign, the focus is not reaching maximum number of people. In this case, the focus is that if a brand has a sequence of videos means that let's say a brand has 3 videos through which it wants to communicate a message or create a story. In this case, all of these 3 videos will be played in a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, whatever the sequence that you decide, okay, to this particular person. These types of campaigns are called as the ad sequence campaign. So let's say there is user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, and user 5. And imagine IKEA is doing a brand awareness campaign. And IKEA has video, let's call it video 1, video 2, and video 3. So IKEA has 3 videos, video 1, video 2, and video 3. And it wants to play all of these videos in a particular sequence. Now imagine this campaign is running for 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now for user 1, okay, it will follow the sequence V1, V2, and V3. User 2 might see V1, V2, and V3 all on the same day. User 3 might see V1, V2 on one day and V3 on the other day. User 4 might see V1 as a gap, V2 and V3 on alternate days. Okay. User 5 might see all of these videos, V1, V2 and V3 on the last day of the campaign. All right. So one thing that is common in this campaign is that the sequence is never broken. The sequence V1, V2, V3 for user 1, for user 2, for user 3, for user 4, and for user 5 remains constant, right? When the videos will be played, how the videos will be played, whether they are on the same time, same day, same content that the user is watching, that is not in your control. It is completely up to YouTube and Google, but they will make sure that if you have a sequence of videos which you want to play, it will be played in a sequence during the duration of the campaign. Okay, this is called as an ad sequence campaign. An ad sequence campaign is basically when you have multiple videos at hand and you want to promote these videos in a particular sequence of 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, whatever the sequence that you have in mind. And the focus of this campaign is to make sure that each and every viewer is able to see the videos in that particular sequence. So that is what an ad sequence campaign is. Reach campaigns help you to reach the maximum number of people at the lowest possible cost. Ad sequence campaigns helps you to build a story by showing a sequence of videos to the users. So here in this case, we are selecting video reach campaign because we don't have examples of multiple videos through which we can make this campaign. Okay. Now, what is audio campaign? We'll come to this after a bit, not right now. And I'll give you an example of an audio campaign also. But for now, let's just take the use case of a video reach campaign. Once you select on video reach campaign, you get to see a couple of other options: efficient reach, non-skippable in-stream, and target frequency. Okay. Now, to understand these different topics, you need to understand the different types of formats that are available. Okay. By formats, we mean different types of ads that are available. So let's start off with the first format. The first format that we're going to discuss is called as a skippable in-stream ad. What is a skippable in-stream ad? These are the types of ads, okay, which play during, while watching, or after the main video gets over, and you do not have control of when does the ad play. As an advertiser, you will not be able to control whether the ad plays during the main video, before the video, or after the video. Okay. And in this case, a skip button appears after the first 5 seconds. You will see in the infographic also, there is a skip button that appears after the first 5 seconds. And once you click on the skip button, as a user, you will be able to skip the advertisement. As a user, you will be able to skip this advertisement. These types of ads are called as the skippable in-stream ad. Why the name? The name because there is a skip button that appears after the first 5 seconds and you are able to skip the ads. Hence, it is called as a skippable in-stream ad. Now, these ads are available on YouTube and different pages across wherever YouTube is promoting it. Let's try and see an example if you're able to see, because the examples are completely based on what YouTube is going to show me today, right? So we might be able to see some live examples. We might not be able to see some live examples. Okay, let's play this video.
A lot of us put up with pillows that are uncomfortable.
Okay, so the moment we are at 5 seconds, okay, notice here on the timeline, folks, that this is 0.05 second. Okay, the moment we are at a 0.05 second, the skip button appears here. And if I click on the skip button, I will be able to skip this video ad. And the total length of the video is 1.31 second. Okay, the total length of the video ad is 1.31 second. And this advertisement is getting played before the main video, which I want to watch. Okay. So like we said, that the skippable in-stream ads play before, after, or while the main video is playing. In this case, this is before the main video is playing. And we get to see that the skip button appears after the first 5 seconds. The total length of the video is 1.31 seconds. So if I click on the skip button and skip the ad, I will not have to see the advertisement. This is an example of a skippable in-stream ad. Why skippable? Because I'm able to skip this particular ad. And the ad unit has a CTA button here, and we will see how we can add a CTA button when we're doing the campaigns for you. And there is also another unit here available on the right top. So this is how the whole ad unit looks like. This is the ad. There is a skip button, there's a CTA button, and here up at the top, there is also another CTA button. This is an example of a skippable in-stream ad. Now, let me talk about the most commonly used bid strategy. Here in this case, this is cost per view. Okay. What is a view in this case? A view is when the viewer watches it for at least 30 seconds. Here in this case, it will not be counted as a view if I click on the skip button at the 5th second, or at the 10th second, or at the 15th second, or at the 25th second. Okay. Till the time I do not click the button till the 30th second, it will not be counted as one view. Okay. So view on skippable in-stream ad is counted when somebody keeps watching the video for 30 seconds or more. If somebody presses the skip button at the 29th second, it will not be counted as one view. Okay. So for videos which are longer, the view is calculated when somebody watches the video for at least 30 seconds. In this case, if I click on the skip button on the 29th second, it will not be counted as a view. Okay, it will not be counted as a view. In this case, the advertiser pays only per view. The big strategy is called CPV, which is cost per view. Here, the advertiser pays only for views. If somebody is skipping the ads and not watching the whole 30 seconds, then as an advertiser, I will not pay anything to YouTube. As an advertiser, if I am clicking on the skip button and it is before the 30-second mark, I will not pay anything to Google. I will only pay when somebody watches the video for at least 30 seconds. Now, the important thing to remember is what happens to videos which are less than 30 seconds. For example, the length of your video itself is 25 seconds. In that case, whenever somebody watches the full length of the video, okay, that will be counted as one view. If ad is not at the start, but in between the video can be skipped, then it is still skippable in stream ad. It does not matter, again, whether the ad is at the beginning or at the middle or at the end, right? What happens in this case is if you get a skip button on the ad after 5 seconds, it is a skippable in-stream ad and it can be skipped. The moment you see a skip button, after the 5 seconds, you can click on the ad. You can click on the button and you can skip the ad. It does not matter whether the ad is in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the main. The brand does not pay if somebody is skipping. That's what explained in the CPV model. The brand pays only when there is a view. If there is no view, it will not be considered as a payment option. The second format that we have is called a non-skippable in-stream ad. In a non-skippable in-stream ad, you don't see a skip button. Have you seen ads where you are not able to skip the ad? Right? You will see these ads where there is no option of skipping the ad, right? You have to see those ads. Those ads are called as the non-skippable in-stream ad. Okay? These ads also get played at the beginning or at the end of the main video, and the viewer has no way of skipping these ads. In this case, let's say you click on the video that you want to watch and these ads pop up, okay, where you have to watch it. Even if you don't watch the ad, even let's say you close the tab, open a different video or whatever the case is, the advertiser will still pay. In this case, even if the viewer does not watch the ad, for example, the ad comes up and you close the tab and go to some other video. Even in that case, the advertiser will pay because here the bidding is done on a cost per impression basis. Okay. The moment the ad appears, it is counted as one impression. So let's see if we can see some examples of this.
Your marketing agency or employees would take 10 to 15 days to launch a funnel.
Which type of ad is this? The one that we are seeing here. It's a skippable ad, right? The only thing that will happen in a non-skippable ad is that
says AI, which
you will not be able to see the skip button. Okay. And the ad will continue running and you will not have an option of not looking at the ad. These are called as the non-skippable ads. Obviously, I'm not able to show an example right now because it's totally dependent on what YouTube shows me today. Right? So sometimes I might have an example. Sometimes I might not be able to show you a live example of these ads. Now, the whole ad unit remains the same. It will show a CTA here. It will show CTA on the top, but you will not be able to see the skip button. So these are called as the non-skippable ads. In this case, even if you close the tab and you go to some other tab, okay, the advertiser will still pay, the brand will still pay because this is based on cost per impression. In cost per impression, the moment the ad appears, it is counted as one impression. The moment the ad appears, it is counted as one impression. That's why it is going to cost the brand certain amount of money, even if as a user, you are not actually watching the video. All right. The duration of this video, the maximum duration of this video is between 15 to 20 seconds. Globally, it is 15 seconds, but in countries like EMEA, Mexico, India, Malaysia, Singapore, you can run these ads up to 20 seconds. Okay. Globally, it is 15 seconds, but in countries like India, Mexico, Malaysia, and Singapore, you can run these ads for a time duration of 20 seconds. Okay. So these are called as the skippable in-stream ads. Sorry, non-skippable in-stream ad. In this case, the user does not get to see a skip button. What if the viewer has not seen the ad for 30 seconds but clicked on the CTA button? If the viewer clicks on the CTA button, it will be considered as one view and one click, and the advertiser will pay. Brand awareness is better to skippable, non-skippable. For brand awareness campaign, it is generally non-skippable ads because you want to make sure that your campaign gets seen by maximum number of people. Then comes bumper ads. Bumper ads are exactly similar to non-skippable ads except for the fact that their maximum duration is 6 seconds. Bumper ads are exactly similar to non-skippable ads except for the fact that their duration is only 6 seconds. You might have seen these ads which are really quick, right? And only for a very short span of time. Those ads are the bumper ads. They are only for a maximum time span of 6 seconds, not more than that. Okay. So non-skippable ads has a duration of 15 to 20 seconds. Bumper ad has a duration of maximum of 6 seconds. The moment it skips, it increases more than 6 seconds, it becomes a non-skippable ad. So we will move on to the fourth type of ad, which is called as an in-feed video ad. What is an in-feed video ad? In-feed video ads are ads where the ad gets shown when somebody is searching for a particular query. And these ads are more popular on the mobile, right? So that's why we might not be able to see it on YouTube, but I'll show you an example here. So when I searched for learn digital marketing on YouTube, I get to see an ad here on the top. Okay. This is an in-feed video ad. In-feed video ad is like a Google search ad. So when we go to Google and search for, let's say, learn in online, and you will get to see this ad from Sanjeev Kapoor, Udemy, etc., right? The same thing happens when you go on YouTube and search for, let's say, learn data science. The moment you search for learn data science, you get to see an ad here up on the top. This is how an in-feed video ad looks like. Okay. Although in reality, this is a display ad. An in-feed video ad will have a video here. But in-feed video ads are mostly popular on mobile. So you might not see the example on desktop all the time. Right? So an in-feed video ad is basically you will see an ad. Why ad? Because the word ad is written here. You will see an ad whenever you search something on Google. When you search something on YouTube, very much like the Google search campaign. This is what an in-feed video ad is there. An in-feed video ad helps you put your brand up on the top when somebody is searching for a particular topic on YouTube. So these are called as the in-feed video ads. But in-feed video ad, the bidding strategy is also CPV. For in-feed video ad, the video strategy or the bidding strategy is also CPV. Okay. The final ad format that I want to cover is called as the masthead ads. Masthead ads are the ads which are available on YouTube for only 24 hours. Masthead ads are the ads which are available on YouTube for only 24 hours. And this is how the masthead ad looks like. So whenever you access YouTube, irrespective of what time of the day, you will get to see this ad up on the top on YouTube. Okay. Here in this case, whichever brand that is, and here this is the preview on mobile. So whenever you log in, how many ever times you log in, you will get to see this view by default, and everybody in the target market will get to see. For example, If Apple wants to do a masthead ad in India for men in the age of 25 to 35, okay? So all men in the age of 25 to 35 in one single day, no matter how many times they access YouTube, they will be able to see this ad. So these ads are generally sold on a cost per day basis, where the starting cost is about 2 crore. Where the starting cost is about 2 crore for one single day. So these are called as the masthead ads.
If you have made it to this point in the video, you should consider checking out our marketing courses. We have an array of programs to choose from top universities in India as well as abroad. Link is in the description. Alright, now back to the lesson.
So what kind of ads are the ads where the maximum duration is 6 seconds? Bumper ads. Second question, what kind of YouTube ad format is similar to Google search ads? In-feed ads. So in-feed ads are the ads which you see at the place of discovery. When somebody is discovering something on YouTube and your ad shows up, it's called as an in-feed ad. Okay. Which kind of ad format gives you a skip button? It's called as a skippable instrument. And lastly, which kind of ad format is available for 24 hours? It's called as the masthead ads, right? Masthead ads are the ads which are available for 24 hours. It's on a cost per day basis mostly. Is it not more economical to have skippable ads for a wider reach as more people? Skippable ads are used when you are doing remarketing, when the consumer is in the middle of the funnel and you only want to pay for views of people who are actually interested in your brands, maybe remarketing campaign. That is when skippable ads are used. Non-skippable ads are used for brand awareness purposes, when you want to do like a short blitz where you want to make sure that your message is getting seen by maximum number of people. Okay. So that's the use case of skippable and non-skippable. With respect to the skippable in-stream ad format, if the duration of the ad itself is 20 seconds and at the 5th second, the skip ad button comes up and the viewer clicks on it, then it is resulting into a view. No. If somebody is clicking on the skip button, okay, after the skip button comes in the first 5 seconds, it is not calculated as a view because you are skipping the ad. Even if the user clicks on the skip button after 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 19 seconds, it will not be counted as one view. Is there any reason that in-feed ads are more popular on mobile? It is more popular on mobile because according to YouTube search happens mostly on mobile and less on desktop. YouTube shows surveys with different questions and brand names and answers. Do the brands pay for that too? And are they categorized on the ads? These are categorized on the ads, but the brand does not. The brand pays for it indirectly. For example, if a brand is doing a campaign where it has exposed 50% of the audience to a message and 50% of the audience is not exposed to a particular message, and YouTube is running a survey to do brand lift, only when you get to see these ads from YouTube, where they ask you questions like, did you see the ad of Dove in the last 45 days, right? Or the last 30 days, or whatever it is, right? So those are questions of YouTube surveys, which the brands are running to understand the impact of their ad on audiences who have seen the ad versus who have not seen the ad. Like masthead ads cost around 2 crores. How much do the skippable ads and non-skippable ads cost? Skippable ads and non-skippable ads are based on your budget. There is no minimum cost onto that. For conversions, which kind of ad format is better? You can use in-feed video ads and non-skippable ads. These two formats actually work. So here I'm using efficient reach. Non-skippable in-stream is if you want to go a non-skippable ad. Target frequency is a new concept where you want to show your ad multiple number of times to the same person. It is like ad sequence, but here instead of showing a sequence of 3 videos, here you will keep showing that one video many number of times to that particular person. That is called target frequency. It is not used so much these days, but non-skippable is basically when you want to create a campaign where you will not have a skip button, and efficient reach will have a skip button. Okay, so I'm selecting efficient reach here and we'll continue. Then we reach on to this section where we have to name the campaign. You can name the campaign however you want to. It does not really matter to the end goal Okay, because the names are not visible anywhere, the names are not going to affect how the campaigns are performing. Here, the bid strategy by default is target CPM. CPM is basically cost per thousand impression. Here, the by default bid strategy is CPM because we are selecting a brand awareness campaign. And the idea is to reach maximum number of people. Then comes budget and date. When it comes to budget and date, there are two options here. One is a daily budget, second is a campaign total. Daily budget is when you put a daily value, okay, of how much money YouTube should be spending. Campaign total is basically equivalent to the lifetime budget on Facebook. Okay, this is the same concept, is just the names are different. Let's say for today's example, I'm using a daily budget of 1,000 rupees. Then comes the start date and end date. This is, you must be seeing that it's very similar to how Facebook also runs its campaign. Imagine I want to start the campaigns from 7th and I want to run it till the 12th. Okay, let's say I'm running it for 6 days. On the network, obviously the ads will run, on YouTube, that is by default, and the ads will also run on other channels which are affiliated to YouTube. So like we talked about Google Display Network, all the websites, mobile apps which are affiliated to YouTube, where YouTube can push its ads, your ads will also go there. In case you want your ads to run only on YouTube, then keep this option. If you don't want your ads to run on Google Display Network, you can uncheck this system, but it does not make sense because you're doing a brand awareness campaign. Your ad needs to be seen across multiple places. Then comes the option of targeting by location. Again, exactly like Facebook. Okay. So if you select another location, you will be able to search by, let's say, cities. So imagine we want to do it for Delhi. You can click on target and you want to exclude, let's say, Karol Bagh. And you can click on exclude. So the ads will be shown on Delhi, but it will be excluded from the location which has a pin code of 11007. If you want to target multiple cities, let's say if you want to add on the ads in Mumbai also, click on target. Yes, we have Bandra. So if I click on exclude, that means my ads are going to run in Delhi and Mumbai, but it will be excluded from the pin codes 10007 and 40060, right? It is exactly similar to how Facebook also does location-based targeting. So I'm here selecting India for now because our goal was to create brand awareness amongst people in India up to the age of 35. So targeting by language is also in the exact similar fashion like Facebook does. It detects the by default language setting of that particular device. Okay. So if you have a message which you want to play only to Hindi speaking audiences, right? Then select Hindi here. If you want to send it to Tamil speaking audiences, pick Tamil here, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm just keeping it for all languages, which means the ad will be visible to each and every user in India. Then comes the option of related videos. This is new. This is not available on Facebook. Related videos give you the option of adding more videos to create a Netflix-like experience. So now what happens in related videos is this is your main video ad. Below that, you will get to see two more videos which you think will create a better content experience for the user. Okay. So you have two more videos which the user can watch if the user is interested. This is the concept of related video. The main video will play here up on the top, and below the video ad, you will have two more videos that you can add. Okay. You can actually have 5 more videos that you can add. I've just added 2 here to show you how it is going to look like. And these 2 more videos that are added, if the user chooses to watch those videos, they can also go ahead and watch. The bidding strategy of the related videos will be same as the parent video. If the parent video is on a CPV, the related videos will also be on a CPV basis. Please note, the related videos are only available for mobile. They are not available for desktop. Does YouTube push sequence videos as related videos? No, it does not. Sequencing and related videos are different. Sequencing is when the user gets to see a sequence of videos as advertisement. Here, the user has an option of watching the videos if the user wants to. It will be just put below the main video. It will not be played in any sequence. Related videos will not be the main advertisement. The main advertisement is what you've decided, and then you will have videos related. Hence, they're called the related videos. In ad sequence, all of these videos will be considered as an ad. Okay, let's go to additional settings. Under additional settings, you can decide which devices you want to showcase your ads on. Let's say you want to showcase your ads on all devices, computer, mobile, tablet, TV, etc. You keep this by default, or if you want to customize it, you click on the option set specific targeting for devices. Okay. Let's see, if you don't want to show your ads on TV screens, you can uncheck TV screen. If you don't want to do on tablets, uncheck tablets. Whichever you don't want, you can uncheck them. If you want to target by operating system, click on operating system and you can select which operating system you want to target. Let's say if you don't want to show your ads to web iOS and Windows iPhone, don't. If your app or if your ad is only specific to iOS users, select iOS, right? So based on what your requirement is, you can customize. You can also decide which device you want to show your ads on. Let's say on Android, you want to do it only for Google phones, then you can select all Google models here. This is exactly again like Facebook. Then comes to network. Under network, you can choose if your ads will only play during Wi-Fi, or in India, if you want to decide what are the different players, mobile 3G, 4G network where your ad plays up, you can also select and deselect from here. Okay, so these are the customization options that are available. Based on the use case, you can decide how to customize, or you can not customize if there is no requirement. So you can keep it on show on all eligible devices. Then comes frequency capping. There are two ways of looking at frequency capping. One is called impression frequency, which means that you are limiting the number of times somebody gets to see your ad. Okay? And this can be done on a per day basis, per week basis, per month basis. So let's say I'm putting an impression cap of 5 here per day, which means that the person will not see my ads more than 5 times in a day. If I change it to week, that means the person will not see my ads more than 5 times in a week. If I change it to a month, that means the person will not be able to see my ads more than 5 times in a month. So this is impression cap. Impression cap means that the ads will not even appear in front of the person more than 5 times in a month. If I change it to a week, it will be 5 times a week. If I change it to a day, it is 5 times per day. This is called capping impression frequency. The second option that we have is called capping view frequency. It is also the same thing. The moment I have completed, so let's say I want to cap view frequency as 3 per day. That means the moment a user has seen your ad more than 3 times a day, the person will not be served any ads. The moment somebody has viewed your ad more than 3 times a week, the person will not see your ads again. The moment the person has viewed your ad 3 times a month, more than 3 times a month, okay, the person will not see your ad. So difference is on impressions and the difference is on view. Okay. Now when to use what, right? So imagine if you are doing a brand awareness campaign and you are doing an aggressive brand awareness campaign. In that case, you can put a cap of, let's say, 10 per week. 10 per week is an aggressive campaign, right? Where you're saying that I want to show my ads minimum 10 times to one particular person. Okay. So when you're doing a brand awareness campaign, then doing an impression cap frequency makes sense. If you're doing a view frequency cap, that means that you're targeting the middle of the funnel. Here, people are already interested. They're already viewing your ads. You just want to make sure that you don't bore that person by showing them the ad multiple times. Okay. So if you think that 2 views is good, so you put 2 here per day or per week, whatever makes sense for you. So the moment the person or your prospect has seen the ad 2 times, has viewed the ad 2 times, okay, you will stop serving ads in a day. Okay. The moment I complete seeing the video 5 times, okay, It can be throughout the day. It can be in the first half of the day. It can be in the second half of the day. It does not matter. The moment I complete seeing the ad whenever I am online, okay, if I complete seeing it more than 5 times, I will not see the ad. It can be in like 1 hour, it can be in 10 hours, it can be in 15 hours also. That is not in our control. Capping frequency means that the moment you reach that limit, ads will stop showing in that particular day. And the day here will be taken as the local time zone where the prospect is based out of. So let's say, for example, if I go to the Times of India website, okay, and Times of India, let's say this particular ad, 508 railway stations, okay, let's say they have given an impression frequency of 5, right? So it does not mean that if I'm spending 2 minutes here, okay, it will refresh the ad 5 times. So let's say in the evening again, I come back to the website. I see it again. Okay. Maybe at night I come back to the website 3 more times. I see this ad. The 6th time when I come back on the website, the ad will not be shown to me anymore because I have reached the maximum cap of 5. I am not giving Google a target that within 24 hours you have to show 5 times. Ad schedule is basically same like Facebook. You can decide when you want to run your ads, whether you want to run it all days. Let's say you want to run it only on Mondays to Fridays, 12 to 12, or let's say you want to do it only over Sundays, and Sundays you want to change the timing. Let's say you're starting at 6:45 in the morning and you will go till let's say 12:30 in the afternoon. So you can decide what sort of ad schedule you want to decide for your campaign, and it is typically based on the kind of product, audience, and past interaction history that you have got. So for now, I'm just keeping it all days. Then comes creating our target group, right? So what is a target group? A target group is essentially people who can see our ads, right? Now, when we create a target group, we can create target group based on 2 different conditions. The first condition is called people. Under people, we have got targeting options by audience segment and demographics. We will explore what these targeting options are. And the second is by content. Okay. What is content? By content is basically the kind of websites where your ads will appear. So under demographics, you have gender, age, parental status, and household income. Household income does not really apply to the Indian market. You can keep it as is. You can also remove it. Does not matter. Here, gender was not specified, so we'll keep male, female, and unknown. Here, age was specified, and we wanted to build brand awareness till the age of 34. Okay, till the age of 35, but then 35 to 44 will become a separate category. So we will take it from 18 to 34. Then comes audience segment. Here also, similar to Facebook, there are different types of audience segments. There is detailed demographics, right? Where you can target by parental status, marital status, education, home ownership, things like that, exactly like Facebook. And then you have affinity in market, life events, and all of those. So what we will do, we will not go through them since we already have done it on Facebook. It's exactly the same. What we will do, we will take a shortcut and go to search bar and search for the different types of audience segments which will be relevant for us. So let's start off with searching for travel. If we search for travel, we have affinity, we have luxury traveler, beach bound, water sport enthusiast, family vacationers, business traveler, snowbound, outdoor, winter, nightlife, skiing तो वगैरह यहाँ पे होता नहीं है, but we can still use them. Frequently eats dinner out. Frequently eats dinner out, I don't know if it makes sense. Travel VAPs. Then under in market, we have people who are looking for trips by destination. So we can add them. How to travel and make money. Probably that's not the right one. Travel warnings and advisories, European travel agents and business, travel guides, cheap travel services, business travel, recently moved, maybe not. Getting married soon, maybe yes. Purchasing a home does not really make sense with travel. Starting a business, air travel makes sense. Bus, railway travel insurance makes sense. Here, These ones, I don't know, does not really make sense to me, because irrespective of whether you're a college student or not, you can still go and travel, right? So what we've selected as a large category are people who are travel buffs, okay? People who are looking at public transit users. I mean, this might not be the right one. A nightlife enthusiast, not surely if that's the right like pinpointed target segment. Then we have skiing, water sports, outdoor, snowbound, business, and different other kinds of travel. Okay, in market, we're looking at business travel services, cheap travel, travel guides, European travel. Under in market again, we have got bus and air travel, and then we have got people who are looking for certain destinations in mind, right? We can also go and click on audience expansion. Audience expansion will help us make sure that we are able to reach out to segments that has not got covered here already. Okay, so we can click on audience expansion. So then after this, we have got target by content. Okay, so target by content means that your video ads are going to appear on websites and sites which have got these particular keywords. All right, so let's see. We enter our URL www.makemytrip.com, put enter, and it will fetch all the keywords that are there, and you can click on add all ideas. That means that your ads are going to show on websites, mobile apps, etc., where these keywords are available. Okay, you can also go ahead and target by topics. Under topics, you can search for travel, and then you can see the different options that are available. Hobbies, underwater diving. Then we can look at water sports, travel, hotel accommodation, vacation rentals, specialty travel, religious, beaches and islands. We can select all of these actually. Then we have something called as placements. In placements, we sort of decide where exactly your ads are going to appear. And you can decide by YouTube channel, videos, lines up, Dynam's website, app categories, etc. Let's say you want your ads to be up on a premium travel channel, so which happens to be Condé Nast. So let's search for Condé Nast and see what they come up with. So Condé Nast has about 96 channels. So you can go here and select channel by channel, right? It's not sure shot that your ads will appear here, but there are chances that it will start appearing on these websites. Now, I don't know if you have noticed that if you select placements, and if you select topics, and if you select keywords, there are no weekly estimates available. That is because what's happening is your ads have become extremely targeted. Okay, so either you can select keywords or topics, or you select only placements. Don't select all three of them. Okay, if you select all three of them, it becomes very difficult for YouTube to find the right audience and serve the ads. All right, so don't select all three of them. Select either keywords and topics, or select only placements. Don't select all three of them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear all the placements. So right now we have got 1.4 billion impressions that are available. So now is the last part of the segment where we have to create our ads. So what I typically would recommend that if you're doing a video ad, have it uploaded on your channel already, okay? Because it's easy to add the video from here. I'm just going to copy the link and paste the link. That's all you need to do, nothing else. And the moment you do that, you'll have an option of adding the final URL, which is where the user will finally go. Here in this case, I'm putting makemytrip.com. You can put in whatever the URL that you want them to go to. This URL becomes Make My Trip. You can add a call to action. Here the call to action, maybe it is book now. Okay. You get to also add a headline, which is, let's say, book with MMT. And this is how your ad is going to look like on mobile. Okay. Here you will see a skip button comes after the first 5 seconds. This is how it will look on desktop. And this is how it is going to look on TV. Let's just play this ad.
Welcome offers for first time users.
Thank you.
Up to 12% off on flights and up to 5,000 rupees off on your hotel booking. Download the Make My Trip app now.
So that's how your ad is going to look like. Okay. And once you have created the ad, you need to scroll down to the last part, which is the bidding section. Okay. Now, in the bidding section, based on the targeting that you have done, YouTube will give you an auto suggestion of how much the bidding should be or what should you be actually be bidding on. In this case, based on the targeting, YouTube says that we should do a bidding of 74.75. But if you don't want to follow this, if you want to follow something else, that is also fine. You can put it as 50 also, whatever you want to start off with. See how the campaign is performing, and then you can scale it up to 75. There are two options here. It can either auto-generate the image, okay, or you can upload an image also. So if you want to upload an image, just click on upload and the image will get uploaded from the system, okay, which will be used as a thumbnail, or you can also auto-generate an image. Both the options are available. So that brings us to the last part. Now you click on create campaign, and once you do that, it is going to show you a summary. The summary is basically everything that you have done on this campaign as a part of the targeting criteria and everything. It will show you the objective, it will show you the bid strategy, the demographics, audience segments, things like that. And then you click on continue to campaign. Once you click on continue to campaign, this campaign goes for review with the AdWords team. And once the campaign has been reviewed, then it will be put to live. Okay, only once the campaign has been removed, it typically takes about 24 to 48 hours after submission, and then you can run the campaign. I think that brings us to the end of a session 4. Thank you so much, everyone.
Drop this video a like if you found it helpful. YouTube Ads is one of many such tools that are important in mastering digital marketing. So if you want to learn more such topics, head on to the link below to gain access to more marketing lessons. And to unlock more such videos for free, subscribe to upGrad.